My father passed away just before Christmas. I was already scheduled for a week off for family travel. HR allowed me to extend my leave by 3 days for the funeral services. When I returned, I received a call from HR asking if my father had indeed passed away. Later, the office manager informed me that my boss had been spreading rumors that I was faking my father's death to get more time off. My boss was generally terrible and relied on me to do most of her work, which probably led her to fabricate this story. Luckily, I had been interviewing with another company and received a job offer the day I returned. I accepted the offer and immediately left my current job. I voiced my concerns about being on call 24/7 without compensation. Instead of addressing my concerns, they scheduled a meeting with HR to discuss my performance. I decided to leave 2 weeks before Christmas. After 18 years in retail and a particularly challenging year that included becoming a widow, dealing with troubled children, financial issues, and an unsympathetic boss, I took a 3-day vacation to the beach. The relaxation made me realize how good it felt to be far away. Instead of returning as planned, I extended my stay. The company tried to contact me numerous times, but I ignored their attempts. The relief I felt was immense. Although I still have nightmares about that place, I wake up relieved, knowing I never have to return there. Over 10 years ago, I worked at Tim Hortons for 6 years on the overnight shift, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. We were perpetually understaffed, typically just 2 people, one in the back and one at the front. Though it was slower than the day shift, we did have a few busy periods when certain places closed. They rehired a guy who had been fired multiple times for not showing up, and he was scheduled with me on a Sunday morning. We had an order for 20 dozen donuts and the freezer truck delivery to manage. I remember thinking, if he doesn't show up, I might just go home. As expected, he didn't show up and neither did the managers. I tried to manage everything alone for a few hours, even closing down the front and the drive-through temporarily to complete the order by 6 a.m. But then it hit me. I wouldn't be able to take any breaks. I'd have to somehow manage the freezer delivery, which arrived at 5 a.m., one of the busiest times. I knew the morning staff would complain about the tasks I couldn't complete, and I'd likely be written up for some trivial reason, or for not doing task X or Y, all for $10.50 an hour. I asked myself, how long do I want to work here? Just then, a group of intoxicated teenagers were knocking on the door, seemingly puzzled by the closed store. I decided that 6 years was enough and went home.